This is Peggy.
This is Laura.
And we are Urban Booz.
Urban Booz.
Hey everybody, this is our second episode with our beer takeover with Curtis Battles, where we're going to talk all things beer, how to take your hobby from the garage and make it a business. And we're going to talk about a couple things that'll help you along.
Mm-hmm.
So he has something really interesting called the BAT app. Okay, I like saying that, BAT app. BAT app. Let me get my little pronunciation together. And we're going to tell you about how that can help the brewer and also the consumer. So Curtis, tell us a little bit about this app. Tell us, how it helps and what those initials stand for.
All right, so the BAT app stands for Brewery Adventure Tour. And the idea is it has all 8,000 breweries across the country in its database. So whether you're going out with your buddies for the evening, your early evening in Manhattan, taking your significant other for a luxurious romantic weekend in the countryside of New England for the weekend, or going on a beercation, as I call it,
really nice
across the country, it gives you the chance to figure out how much time you have, how many places you want to go. It will give you a map to get to all of them, and it will give you information of the things you're going to see along the way.
Okay, and how much does this app cost to download?
So the app is free. The other thing it does is it's meant to be available to everybody at no cost, and you can connect with your friends on social media. Each of the brewers gets their own webpage that tells you what hours are open, whether they have food or an outdoor patio or they're dog friendly. And it lets you share your experience so that people can really get there and just enjoy great spots rather than having to be stressed out trying to figure out where am I going to go next.
Right.
So it's great for the young couple where the guy is trying to be smooth and cool by saying, I just pulled out the BAT app. I got it from Apple and I got it from Android, and I know exactly where I'm going now, baby.
Exactly. Especially if they want an experience.
That's correct.
They want to take it, and we're all going to be ready for more experiences once we get past this pandemic.
And really, the BAT app fits right into that. So as these brewers are starting to come back and coming online, and who's opening up, it is the kind of tool that lets them easily figure out where I can go and who's going to be around, and what are all the things that they're offering.
Or even if I'm a little skittish and I might want to try a new beer, but I don't want to sit inside. Right. So either your patio's open, but maybe you'll sell me a growler at the door.
Yeah.
So I'll know that too.
Yeah, and so you can tell whether they have to-go beer, is what we call that.
Okay.
In cans or in six packs or in growlers, which are the 64 ounce, usually glass, or you also can get crowlers, which are 32 ounces, like a big can.
Okay.
Wow.
And I originally came up with this idea because I was going with my wife. She had a conference out west. I wanted to go out and try out some, new breweries, but I didn't know where I was. And I found it was really difficult to easily figure that out. You're looking in the newspaper and you're trying Yelp and you're going on Google, but unless you know where it is, you can find something that's 60 miles away. This is the greatest brewery ever. And you go, oh, no, I don't need to do that.
So it's kind of a green book for beer.
Yes.
Could it be used as a green book for beer?
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent way. Except you don't have to worry about people telling you can't stop here, because you can stop.
Because that's important.
Yeah.
You think about taking those road trips, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, the one thing I have found with the craft brewing space and the craft brewing industry, everybody is very welcoming. You see a broad range of diversity, and it's increasing, where you see more folks of color and, African, Asian, African American, Hispanic. And I think the craft brewers are realizing that as they continue to grow, they're going to need to figure out how to market to us as well as to the majority clients that they're seeing come through the door.
Well, as an app that kind of provides that platform, do you make it affordable for the craft brewer to be a part of it? Because You got to make money some kind of way.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. So the idea behind the app is we try to make it very affordable. It's a monthly kind of fee. It starts as low as about $30 a month, which is $1 a day, or how much they probably waste in beer. And as they get more, they want to start. We have the ability to advertise on it as well. There are promotions and events and music and things. You can even be able to sell tickets through it to your upcoming events.
Oh,
So
okay.
we try to make it and think of all the things that might be helpful and useful to a brewer, and we market it as a club membership. So you can be at the bronze level or the silver level or the gold level, and we keep adding additional inducements at each place. Otherwise, cool stuff is what we would otherwise call that.
Yeah, cool stuff. In my world, it's incentives, it's bonuses. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That is something that's out there, because I know that when you're a craft brewer and you're just starting out, you're not going to have a huge marketing budget. You might not even understand marketing.
Right.
And just to give you some sense, typically if you're running a decent Facebook ad campaign or something, it's going to cost you $750 to $1,000, and you have no idea whether you're going to get the audience that you're after. So for less than one ad, you could be on it for the whole year and definitely be in front of the market that you want to be.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
And do you provide analytics behind it so that they know who might have seen it, where the level of interest is for their beer?
So we are developing that element of it for the brewers so that they can get a sense of how many people came from the app and how much and just to give you a sense, typically a visitor to a brewery will spend somewhere in the $50 to $75 range, and that's buying a couple beers, buying a t-shirt or something along that line to remember where they were, some beer to go, and maybe some snacks or food or a food truck or something along the way. So the benefit again is if I can get you to get one new customer that isn't the guy that comes all the time, it quickly pays for itself, no matter how you cut it.
Well, I noticed you did say that you guarantee a 30% increase.
There you go.
That's improper.
That's what we do.
That you're putting it out there. For somebody who is a marketing background, I never guarantee a percentage, but you actually are. So, in addition to the app, what else are you providing to that craft brewer?
So I have a business that I started about 4 years ago. It's called Craft Beer Insights. And so the idea is there are all these brewers out there, some people who make great beer, and some people make beer that's good only because their mama and their buddies tell them so. But a lot of them don't really have a good sense of how to run a business, and especially efficiently, understanding the dynamics behind marketing, merchandising, where to get capital, and really how to deal with the changes on day-to-day operations. So Craft Beer Insights does three things. First, we are an advisory, so we can work with you individually. We can work with a group of brewers together. We do mentoring and masterminds where everybody gets together and shares what's going on in their world. Second, we're a portal for information about what's going on in the industry, what the latest trends are, what COVID is doing to business, how people are surviving in doing delivery or takeout beer. When do they think they're going to be back? And how can they collaborate on things, especially in today's environment with all the protests for Black Lives Matter post George Floyd? You're seeing collaborations among brewers doing a variety of things. And then the last one are these experiential. So the BAT app is part of that, but we also have access to these when you're running an event and you have a truck that can produce video, and you can be opened up and you can put a band on it or actually do samples from it and advertise for everybody who's at that festival. So we're doing a variety of things. And then we also, if you go to the website, which is www.craftbeerinsights.com, there's a store there. So we sell beer-related merchandise and things of that nature. But it's really to help those people who are passionate about this learn how to really become profitable at it and be able to naturally grow their business over time versus them going in and drowning themselves in beer every night, most of it that they made.
Right. Right. Well, you know, Laura, she's a craft beer maker. I'm trying to encourage her. The marketer in me is trying to get her to take her beer, which I guess, you know, behind the scenes we call it Black Enlightening. You
Yeah.
know, how would you tell her to get started? How would you encourage someone like her who really has a love for beer? She never thought about making it a business. You know, how would your services and the Bad App help her?
So some of the easiest starting point is, you know, if you're just getting into this, um, in the first segment, we talked about my book, Occupation Fermentation. And that's a great way to get a sense of what this business is about and how you can do it. So you spend $30 for this lovely, perfect Father's Day gift, but you don't end up spending $30 or $300,000 thinking that this was exactly what I wanted to get into. And then, you know, I remember back probably in, you know, college days, I got a beer making kit probably for a Christmas gift or something. A lot of people start that way. And the cost of equipment, so when you do that and then you say, boy, I like this, the actual cost of equipment has come down dramatically as more and more brewers have come on board. So you can get equipment, and there are literally craft beer supply stores where you can order from and for the home brewer. Just to give you some sense, there's a 1.1 million people who brew beer at home, and you know it's gone up like 30% in the last 4 years. So it is incredibly popular. And there, even with COVID, and you say, you know, there may be some loss of some breweries, but there are more that are waiting to come in, and it's still not reached saturation point yet. So it's still it's a great business to get into. It's a lot of fun.
Still early enough.
Yeah, and that's what I'm here for, is to stop you from causing yourself traumatic stress. You can just come to me, and my team will help you with all elements of that to get you to the next level.
Yeah, because what happens is usually the creator, the creator, their focus and energies is for the creation of the product. But they might not necessarily have the marketing sensibilities, you know, knowing about, you know, reaching out, developing a campaign, or even having a campaign. They're like, I made this beer, somebody come and buy it. You know.
And so the other thing we do is we do a series of webinars. So one is almost like marketing for dummies. Another one is merchandising for dummies. We call it for brewers. But no.
Brewer.
But the idea is we'll give you some things. So you may in the marketing talk about a chatbot and something where you can actually engage your audience with this little, that you've seen websites with the little person that says, hi,
can I help you?
Right? and how do you set that up? And the other dynamic you see is people's ability to use social media effectively. They think that if they get a like on Facebook, that actually makes a difference. Versus are they doing something that's constantly engaging with their audience, sending them coupons or things that will get them to come back again and again. So once they like you, they want to come and continue to engage with you. So, you know, back to the brewery adventure tour, you can keep all your favorite breweries. You can put them in your regular rotation as you're going out and doing that. And it helps sort of come full circle for you. From the I'm thinking of doing this to I'm going out and drinking at my favorite places to suddenly I own my own place.
Well, one of the things I wanted to ask you as a strategist, and being a, you know, and really a subject matter expert in terms of beer, what Weathered Soul is doing in terms of taking its beer, and is it called Black is Beautiful? And they're collaborating with 250 breweries. Is that a sign of things to come with the craft brewers, you know, doing this level of collaboration to kind of get product out? I mean, because I had never heard of that. That, you know, to me was really interesting.
I think collaboration is one of those trends we've seen in the last year or so, where, and I'll give you an example. So San Diego has a big beer festival in the fall each year. And it's, you know, beer week. So I don't know what they're going to do this year, whether they're going to try to do it virtually or whatever. But literally, they will have brewers that are in the San Diego area, and there must be 100 or so of them just in the San Diego area and surrounding, that will get together and make collaborations. So the black brewer from Texas that you're talking about that is really having a more socially conscious beer right now
Right.
is an extension of that. The idea that you're going to get all these people in all these places that are going to, think about that. The other dynamic you get is people at these breweries will have what they call guest taps. So you can go into the, there's one here called Two Roads, and it's a larger brewery, but they will also have something from Beard Brewing, which is up in further up in Connecticut. They have one that's called Dogs and Boats. So they may have only one keg of it, but you'll get a chance to taste something you otherwise wouldn't get to be. So not only do you have the benefit of the beers that you produce that are great, but you get, and a lot of people look for that.
Okay, so you get to try something really different that you really never would have had an opportunity to even get a sip of.
Correct.
Well, see, I'm still I haven't gone past, drinking, which I've fully drank, the Schiffenhofer. I like it because it has the fruity, flavored juice in it, and then they have a grapefruit that I like. What makes beer? Because to me, beer is hops and grain, and that bitter taste. How there's really different varieties of beer.
So it's basically water, malt, hops, and yeast.
Okay, so it's not grain. Sorry. See,
well, the barley is the grain portion.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can then start adding all kinds of elements to it. So you can put coffee in it. You could put peanut butter in it. You could put honey in it.
Honey and mine.
Oysters in it. You can put any kind of flavor, mango and peach and passion fruit and pomegranate and grapefruit. And then depending upon what type of hops, because each of them has a little different taste. Some are very strong, some are, it's somewhat similar
mild
to
and
scotches.
mellow.
So single malt scotches, they're Highland that are very clear and easy drinking, versus there are ones that are Isleys that are just very peaty. So you tend to have a flavor profile that you will develop over time for beer. So you may like darker beers, you may like lighter beers, you may like ones that are stronger, you may like whether lighter, but there's usually something for everybody that you can find.
And I really want to try that. What is it called? Black is Beautiful, Laura?
It is Black is Beautiful, and it's the flavors of chocolate and fudge.
Chocolate's in it. So I'm a chocolate girl, so I'm like, yeah.
Well, it starts with chocolate and fudge, but each brewer is going to put their own spin on it.
Well, I want to taste the Weathered Souls version. I know they prepared the base, but that is what interests me. But I'm not going to run out and buy a beer. But, as I go along this journey, I'm trying to figure out, what can I take? What can I cook with it? What can I drink with it when it comes to soul food?
Yep.
So it'll be interesting. I think this is really, a wealth of information. I think for anyone who's really trying to start, we're really going to work on Laura. We're going to work on Laura, Kurt. We're going to work on Laura.
Laura has access to some heirloom hops. When you said that, I said, you know what? The kids are going up. Let them go down by the riverside and pull some of those hops up. Bring them home, honey. Harvest those hops.
Yeah.
Where are the hops at? Upstate New York?
They're upstate. They're in upstate. They're right by a river upstate New York. They can go. It'll be fun.
So see, next time we talk to you, Kurt, we're gonna say she's gotten to another level.
She's gotten to the next level.
or you'll see me. The kids will be complaining. They'll, where is it? Where you abuse your workers?
Ooh.
Oh, isn't that child labor laws thing?
Yeah.
Child labor laws, yeah.
But now, Kurt, we want to make sure we show your merchandise because, we're going to talk about the perfect Father's Day package.
All right. So one thing is we do mugs. This one happens to say,
I'm a craft beer lover, and what's your superpower?
Right.
So we can't see. You might have to pull it back a little because it kind of melded into the Cornell background. There we go. There we go.
There it is.
A second one is similar, but it's a t-shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Like that.
Available in different colors. And then, of course, Occupation Fermentation.
Yes.
The book is available on Amazon.
With the app.
Yeah. And then you can go on, we have a store called Kendall's Corner, and it has all kinds of Father's Day kind of items in it. It's on Facebook. And it will lead you right you click on the link and it will take you to the store, and there's all kinds of things that you might find of interest.
And then where else can people find you on social media? Instagram?
So I'm on Instagram. I have one that's brewery_adventure_tour. And it's really a fun Instagram because we talk about all the elements of beer and what different types are, what a porter is and a stout, and some of the terms that you'll find. So it's a great place for people who are not beer heads to go and get an experience in that. And then I have Craft Beer Insights is my other Instagram for the.
We have two of them. Well, we have a real strong beer following on Instagram.
On Instagram and on Twitter.
And on Twitter, right there. This is going to be a treat for them because we've been talking wine and whiskey, and I'm surprised they haven't screamed on us saying,
"Where the beer at?"
Where the beer at? So here we have it for them. We're going to have a beer takeover this week, and we were so pleased to have you join us, and we're excited. We are also going to, for our loyal followers, we're going to do a raffle for Occupation Fermentation, an autographed copy, if you're lucky. So all you got to do is click like, subscribe, hit that notification button.
Notification button, right. And leave a comment.
A real comment, not something boring.
About how wonderful this was and how you want more.
How informative it was, right.
Exactly. If you say you suck, I'm gonna block you. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. But when you enter so it's 2 videos, so it's two entry opportunities. We will pull the names probably next week. And then we'll send it to Curtis and you'll get your book. So please follow us, and it would be a wonderful, wonderful book to get, especially it's $30. So if you have that opportunity to get it for free, well, you're just one lucky person.
Right. Or you can just go straight to Amazon right now and buy it.
Right. If you don't want to wait for us.
Right.
And make sure that your audience also goes on, downloads the app. So it's available in the Apple Store and the Android Store, Brewery Adventure Tour.
Brewery
the Bat app.
The Bat app.
The Bat app.
Free. See, too bad you can't put a bat on it, but then you get somebody will call you from one of those other companies.
Somehow, I don't know why.
I don't know why, but this was great. This was a treat. We hope that this is only the beginning of our dialogue with you. You know, we want to definitely see how the Bat app goes, especially when we can all go out. We can talk about different ways we can use it.
Right.
Absolutely. I'd love to come back anytime.
Absolutely. So until next time, guys, this is Urban Booze.
We're exploring what's good.
Sip by sip. Until next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.